guessing from the title, you guys already know why we're here. We're gonna be talking about anxiety. I'm not actually excited to talk about it because it's something I struggle with every day. But I've had like not so many people, but I've had people ask me like, how do you deal with this? How do you do this? And I thought, okay, let me talk about it today. And if you're hearing like a buzzing sound, it's hot and I need my trusty fan to cool me down. So once in a while I'm going to put it on and put it off. Just so you know. Yeah. And so I don't know what that face was, but I'm a stickler, not a stickler. I can't speak English. I'm a stickler for good cups. Like I love a good like cup. And I saw this and I was like, yes please. And it was actually affordable. So drink water, guys, and mind your business. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, I have my notes here because I have ADHD and my mind wanders a lot, so I have to write everything down just so I know like my focus points or whatever it is. And also, sorry, I'm going to be doing my makeup too, just because I don't want to not be doing something. I know in my last video I tried to do the same thing, but I just ended up not doing my makeup. But this time I'm going to actually do my makeup because I feel like looking cute today and maybe like filming a few TikToks here and there. Follow me on TikTok, it's fun over there. But yeah, I want to talk about anxiety and just talk about like how I'm dealing with it day by day, because it's not fun. It's not, you know, something that somebody wants to live with every day. Anxiety and depression is not fun, and I've had to actively like conquer it every day just to survive, like work on it every day, stabilize myself, because it isn't, I think I'm saying it's not fun a lot of times, but it's really not fun. And I have written, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 like ways I've been able to stabilize myself with like figuring out, oh, what is wrong with me is anxiety and not just me being crazy or like just reacting badly to something. Like it's because I have this, I'm acting like this. So I've written few points that has helped me figure it out and like help me stabilize myself. I'm still working on it every day, but these points have helped, like the things I've actively been doing that have made me okay, I don't know, make the whole thing manageable. I would say first thing, I would say this is the key one, because I feel like, sorry if I'm looking everywhere, anyway, I'll say this is the key point, because I feel like if you don't know what is wrong with you, you're never going to be able to deal with it. So my first point is talking to people. Like for example, my best friend and I have, like, I don't want to say we have it, because according to my mother, when you put a name to it, you're accepting it. But like, I don't want to say we have it, but we have struggled with like dealing with depression together, like having anxiety, having ADHD. Like we've both of us actively have struggled with this. So usually when I feel, oh, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I feel, I talk to her, because it's either she's fine in the moment and then she can help me solve my problem, or she's not and I can help her solve her problem. Or like lately we've been both having depressive episodes together, so we've just been able to talk through it, pray through it. So I would say my first point is talking to somebody about it. Could literally be anybody, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your friend, sorry, I think I'm looking around too much. Sorry, cleaning my mirror. Your friend, your, like, whatever it is, I feel like talking to somebody usually helps, just because, like, if you can discuss it, I feel like you're just bringing it out in the open and allowing everybody to be like, okay, this may be the reason, like, this is what is triggering you, we can get you out of this, or like, just, I feel like talking about it helps. It makes you feel better. At least for me, that's what I do. I talk about it with her. I talk about my best friend. I talk about my siblings, my parents, my mom especially. And I think after doing that, I always feel better. Lighter, I may still feel like crap for like a certain amount of time, but I think talking about it with other people helps. And you'll be shocked the amount of people that are going through exactly the same thing as you. They don't even know that, oh, this is anxiety. Like, they don't know. But if you can talk about it, it usually does a lot of good. So first point, talk about it with literally, like, anybody you can trust. You can have a conversation with them. I feel like if you're thinking, oh, I cannot talk to this person, then that's what the problem is. Because why is this person in your life if you cannot? Next point is sleep. It's very important. Sleep. Because sometimes, like, I feel like if you're lacking sleep, you become very anxious and depressed, honestly. Because if you're not sleeping well, but also, like, I think sleeping too much can also make you depressed, because you're not sleeping properly and then you're up when every other person is sleeping. So it's a whole, like, it's a balance. Like, you just have to figure out, okay, but what is making me feel this way, blah 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 blah. Then you sleep and then you figure it out. Just, in fact, just know every step I'm giving you, if you combine it, if you do all of them, you should feel so much better. So sleep is very important for literally feeling better. But when you sleep, you're allowing your brain to rest. Even though most times, like, my brain doesn't quiet down even when I sleep. So it's a balance, honestly. But sleep is a good way to start with this whole anxiety thing. Then number 3 is keeping a journal. So I have a lot of journals. Actually, over the years, I've had to, like, just, at first I didn't understand why I used to write a lot, like write out my feelings, write what was going on at the time. And then I realized over time that it was because I couldn't really express what was happening in my mind. So I felt writing it out made me feel I look crazy, but writing it out made me feel so much better. Like, sometimes I just write it out and send it to my best friend what I'd written, and then she'd be like, okay, I get what you were trying to explain much earlier. So writing it out is a good start. Just write it out. Then if you feel like I said, talking to somebody about it, I don't know, because sometimes, like, I could be having an anxiety attack and I don't even know why. But once you sat down, closed your eyes and just thought about that, you now write everything down, you can now figure it out that, oh, this is actually, because sometimes, you could be writing and not even realize how you were feeling, but because you put pen to paper, you feel so much better. So writing is a good way to start. Number 4, find a hobby. Because finding a new hobby, like, I don't even think it should be something you've already sorry, I think I'm laughing at myself way too much, but I don't think it should be something like you've already been doing before. It should be something you discovered, like a new hobby, something to occupy your time, just to make you feel better. Finding a new hobby. Me, I think I put this here just to show off, But recently, not recently, like 2 years ago, I was having like really bad anxiety. So I started painting. But I'm not going to take all the credit and say, oh, I drew it and then I painted it. No, that'll be a lie. I got into like this paint by number thing. I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's already like a drawn out work. All you have to do is just paint. So I got into that, and honestly it has helped me a great deal. Like when I'm feeling down, I just do it, and oh, it feels so nice. And then all my artworks that I've done over time, like I have them in so many family members' house at this point. You think I actually painted it, but no, I just took my time and painted out what somebody else has drawn, and I just painted it out. I actually want to show you guys, but after I have blended out my foundation, just so that I don't look crazy when somebody mistakenly screenshots this. But like finding a hobby, it could literally be anything, you know. I won't recommend reading, because I realized recently that whenever I read, it takes me out of it, don't get me wrong, but when you come back, like when you're done reading and you're in the silent environment with just your thoughts, I feel like it just makes it worse, because then everything is just back in full force and you're left with your mind, and sometimes you don't want to be in your mind, because that's what is causing all the chaos in the first place. So I won't recommend reading. I would say if you want to read, it's better for you to read in a place where there are other people, just so that immediately you're done reading, you can like just start talking to people immediately. I really don't recommend like I won't recommend reading alone, because honestly you're just going to like setting yourself up for more heartache after. But sorry, let me show you my artwork. So I have only 3 here with me, because like I said, I always end up giving them out. So if I can get like people to send pictures of the ones I've done in their houses, I can put it up on the screen. But this is one I recently did. So cute. It's a birthday gift. Somebody just, they knew, gave it to me. I painted. So that's one. This one, it's so cute. I love this. This one I didn't even do when I had anxiety. I'm doing it as a gift for somebody really important to me, and I love it. And then another birthday gift, and 3 of these I'm not going to give out because they were gifts, but maybe over time, if I paint more, I will give them out to people. But for now, these ones are mine, very close to my heart. I love them because they were gifts, like I've already said. So that's a hobby that I recommend people take. Like paint, occupy your time doing something. Like I just feel it brings you out of a depressive episode very quickly if you just do something fun. Another point I would say is socialize, and I think that's a lot coming from me because I have social anxiety and I'm not even about to be outside. Like I know my channel doesn't really tell you that I have a lot of like social anxiety, but I don't enjoy hanging out outside with other people. And honestly, it is something that is very recent. Like it didn't used to be like this, or it did not used to be like this. I can't speak English anymore. What's wrong with me? But it wasn't always like this. Like usually I'm a very like I want to be outside person. Like, I want to hang out with everybody. I want to be in everything. Like, I think I had a huge fear of missing out. Like, anything, I'm there, literally. Any event, any program, you invite me, I'm there. But these days, I could care less. Like, I don't even care. And that's because I literally cannot go. I just have way too much anxiety. And then the ones I go, I can't even stay for long because I start feeling very jittery and like nervous. So I can't even be there for too long. But I would recommend socializing, because I realize when you're outside, your brain doesn't have time, like doesn't have the space to focus on one thing and overthink one thing that leads to you becoming anxious. If you're outside with people, you can't, like, there's no silence, you understand? Like, there's no silence for your brain to twist anything in your mind and just basically. So I would advise socialize. I don't do it, but I highly recommend it. I don't socialize for anything. I'm loving this like simple makeup look I've been doing lately. Like, I don't even do so much, but I'll advise, yeah, just socialize, hang out with people, because not everybody has social anxiety. Some people just have anxiety, so hanging out with others can help alleviate, especially if you're depressed in the moment. If you hang out with other people, like, you can feel so much better. That I would say. But it's really up to you guys. Like, I'm not even going to lie, most of these points I'm giving you, the only one I've actually like actively enjoyed, like, I've had to do all of them, but the only one I would say that I've actively enjoyed doing is painting. And that's because in painting I actually don't have to talk to anybody. But in every other thing I've said, like, you have to actively communicate. Even with the journaling, like, you're talking to your journal, like, you're expressing your feelings. It's not the easiest thing, but I've learned that if you just do something, get out of your comfort zone, I promise you feel so much better. And I think I would redo this video again another time with more points that I've possibly learned over, like, you know, hanging out with myself and just exploring what actually helps me. Because before, if I'd made this video like a year ago, I would have said cooking helps me like feel better. But honestly, I love cooking, like, don't get me wrong, but lately I have lost the zeal to cook. Like, I don't feel very motivated to cook anymore. I'm trying to find it, like, I will find it, because I actually enjoy cooking, but right now I've not been feeling it. And I don't know, it's a whole, like, it's a weird thing, that a weird conundrum that I'm in, but I am sure I'll figure it out. And I think that's my, like, that's what the things that I do that makes me feel better. I would have said stress management, but I don't know how I'm supposed to explain the techniques. Because for me, I'll say counting helps me. Like, when I slow down, I breathe and I then count. But you need somebody there that is gauging if you're actually, like, I don't know, counting the counts. That will help you, because it's not just like somebody has to be on the other side telling you, okay, one, like, you understand, counting backwards, counting forward, like, just counting basically. So you still need somebody on either end that's helping you. For me, these are the things that have actually made me feel better. So these are what I can. My hair looks crazy. These are the things that have helped me. Oh no. These are the things that have helped me over time, so I feel like it should help you guys too. But you can also leave in the comment things that have also helped you with dealing with anxiety, things you feel like could help me, because honestly every day I'm learning, and you know, it's a battle. Like I've had, I won't say a week, but a while of like, actually it's probably a week or even two, of like a depressive episode, and I'm not going to lie, it is not the best. It's not fun. It is not in any way something that you just want to have in your life. It is tiring. And you know how like you just be tired and you don't know why you're tired. That's how it has been feeling. So if we could find things you could do that could just help you feel so much better. And I think it's even, you know what the worst thing is? When you feel this way and nobody in your life realizes you feel this way. Like you're just struggling and everybody's like, oh, she's fine. Like they don't know that, oh, you're just on your last thread surviving. So I think it's okay if my technique doesn't work for you, but I feel like if you guys can recommend your own techniques to, that would be fun. And also like listening to music also helps. Like you could find a very calming or make a very calming playlist of songs that really like help you and uplift you when you're feeling anxious. That's also something that could be done. Works for me right now. I'm listening to music because it calms me. So I'll highly recommend like music. The only problem is that I feel like I rely on music way too much, so I try to like not overdo it, just so that everybody is so everything is balanced. But yeah, music is fine. But I think the points I've given are enough. This video has gone longer than it should, but I hope it has made a difference for somebody. Still went for a simple makeup look today, but thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment to know if the points I gave helped, or if you have some things I could do from your point of view that could help me. So bye.